Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
How about them Lions, brother? Them Lions went out there into Baltimore and sent a message to the league that they are back. I'm just kidding. Welcome to another edition, Fourth and Forever. Folks, a Roundtable Sports production, real coverage from real fans. You're damn right. We are going to be discussing the Monday Night Football matchup, along with several other games we didn't have a chance of getting to yesterday, plus a couple of storylines. Jackson Dart's now the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. We have Mike Evans is now out for a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. What does that mean for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? All of that, much more on Fourth and Forever. Richie, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
What a game last night, winning in Detroit Lions fashion and losing in Baltimore Ravens fashion. Apparently, there's a new way that the Ravens like to lose, which is Derrick Henry fumbling the rock. But, yeah, I'm excited to talk about the game last night. There's some games that we were not able to get into from Sunday's game. So shout out to everybody. Last night's episode of the AFC's Roundtable was a lot of fun as usual. So let's get straight into it, man. Excited. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Welcome to Fourth and Forever, your flagship show here at Roundtable Sport.
What do you got, TD? How you feeling this morning?
Feeling great. We had some breaking news I know we're going to be talking about in just a moment as well. Great game last night, and here we are again to talk some football. I love it. Let's get into it. Make sure you hit that like button, though.
So you know what, man? Might as well start off with the elephant in the room. The Detroit Lions defeated the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, which I know all three of us predicted the Ravens to win this one, likely because of home field advantage. But again, this Detroit Lions team, man, week one is a lie. If there is no proof on earth that don't read too much into week one, I think the Detroit Lions are one of them. I saw an effortlessly executed offensive game plan from the Lions. Goff looked great. The run game looked great. I think this team is entering into the conversation for an NFC championship berth. I really like how they're looking. At first, I was high on the Rams, but within the past 2 weeks of Detroit, I'm very high on these guys. Looks like post Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn is not really much of an issue, right? Especially when you're that deep in personnel. Now we're seeing a Lions team at what they should be looking like at true full strength. However, one of my biggest takeaways here is I think Derrick Henry is slowly but surely becoming a liability for the Baltimore Ravens, like an absolute liability. I saw a statistic that his entire career, all of his fumbles associated, vast majority of them have been done in the fourth quarter. I would be curious to look even further to see if those were game-changing type fumbles. If, for example, that was the reason why his said team lost because of that. It's funny because I watched that replay over and over again, and tell me that was not the exact same gap that he hit, right? It looked like the exact same play from week one. So when Ed Oliver and the Buffalo Bills did it to him, guy just can't hold on to the damn football. And I'm not sure if it's too early to say this, but they are 2 Derrick Henry fumbles away from potentially being 3-0. That's how I look at it. Another thing, something that I feel like a lot of us don't discuss either. If you remember, one of the key contributors to why Detroit won was also due to their rookie kicker. They did not end up reaching to the return zone earlier in the game, starting the Detroit Lions on the 40-yard line. They obviously marched out and scored a touchdown. Same exact thing happened during the Buffalo Bills game. The rookie kicker didn't reach the return zone. So a lot of ticky-tacky things. And right now, this Baltimore Ravens team is 1-2, and they're facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs next week in Arrowhead. One of those teams is going 1-3.
Yeah.
But crazy, I know. But weird game. Weird game, but credit to Dan Campbell and those Detroit Lions. I am back on the bandwagon. I never hopped off. Richie, thoughts on this game?
Great game. I mean, the way the Detroit Lions won that game, it's just so Detroit Lions. It really, really is, man. I don't know about you guys, but watching them going for it on 4th down late in the game, instead of punting it just to go win it, you're up by 7 points, and you just like, our defense has been pretty solid, but we could go win the game right now. And they don't run the ball. They throw a crazy like slot fade to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is Jared Goff the most underrated quarterback in the NFL? He is.
Dude,
I mean,
he is.
talk about efficiency,
dude.
accuracy. Like, he's not flashy. He's not going to be cool. He's going to do everything you need to win, man. And, like, he's that pure, like, you can argue, is Jared Goff the best pure pocket passing quarterback in the NFL?
No, stop.
Who's better?
Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Herbert?
but
I forget about Burrow.
so the question is he the best active pocket passer now from available quarterbacks?
Yeah.
No, Justin Herbert is. He is. He has better arm talent.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
I
up
think
for
just
debate.
from
Go
a
ahead.
pure accurate standpoint and like comfortability, fundamentals, putting the ball where it needs to be, away from defenders, like he's so underrated, man, because he's not flashy like Herbert. He's not flashy like Burrow, because what Goff can't do, his limitations is pocket presence in terms of like being able to be mobile in the pocket, evading pressure, rolling to his right, rolling to his left. That's what Burrow and Herbert can do over him. I'll give you that. But when it comes to just a 2-step drop back, planting your back foot into the ground and letting it rip over the middle of the field, letting it rip to the sideline, Goff is up there with one of the best in the NFL. Maybe he's not the best, but he's up there for sure. So I got to give credit there, man, to Jared Goff. Have you guys ever watched or listened to a football game on the radio while you're driving?
Yeah.
Because last night I drove to a sports bar. I watched the game with my buddies back in my hometown. And on the way there, I was driving, listening to the game, and it was Marv Albert and Kurt Warner on the call. And it was, first of all, phenomenal cast. And the way that they explain the game on radio, it's like they paint the picture. I'm just like, wow, this is great. I don't watch the game anymore. I just want to listen to them the whole time. But that's a side note. I enjoyed that little radio call just for like 10 minutes in my car. But what an absolute crazy game. And this is what I meant. Now that the Ravens lost, I've been saying it all week, the AFC is wide open this year. 3 weeks in, the Chiefs or the Ravens will be 1-3. Let that sink in after this next week. Let that sink in.
I think let that sink in for a second, ladies and gents. TD, thoughts, Lions, Baltimore Ravens, biggest takeaways from that game.
And if the Bills don't take advantage this year, you'll never will.
Amen. This was actually a really good game. I felt like both teams competed in this game very well. It was like two juggernauts going at it. But at the end of the day, you got to give the defensive coordinator for the Lions some credit. He had a, like, what I would like to call a Brian Flores-esque type game. Bottled Lamar Jackson up quite a bit. You know, he was trying to get in those run lanes, but had a spy on him a lot. Just prepared for him very well in this game. I thought they just did a great job on the defense, because this is a game Baltimore could have easily had 40 points in, but no, that defense was getting up and at him. And they were doing it on a regular, you know, and his mobility was still a factor, but not like it should have been. So really good job for the Lions defense. Lions offense, hit or miss. I mean, just like the Ravens offense. You know, they had Jared Goff spooked sometimes too. You know, he throwing it in the dirt and different things like that. So really good game. Derrick Henry, you know what? I'm not even going to trip about Derrick Henry fumbles. First of all, these are like blindside fumbles, but he does have to protect the football, obviously. But they're like blindside fumbles. He doesn't think a guy coming all the way around him on a run play where he's stretching outside to cut back. But good play by Hutchinson and those guys making plays in that moment. And let me say this. This is not good for the Kansas City Chiefs, because they probably finna lose to Baltimore. And they're going to be they're going to be – have they won a game? Yeah, they just won one. They're going to be 1-3.
Giants.
They're going to have the same record as the Miami Dolphins. That's wild. They're going to be 1-3. And Baltimore has to get this win to be 500, but Kansas City is not getting any easier, and this is not good at all. Either team next week, I think that's going to be the game of the week, because either team that lose, it is a bad look. You don't want to play those games. So here we are. Richie's right. The AFC is wide open. That's why a lot of teams still have a chance. They don't have to give up because they're 0-3. You still got a chance. A lot of teams are still in it. So I can't wait for this week of football because you start to determine who's who and who's not.
Who is who and who is not. And you know what? And the more and more I look at the Detroit Lions defense, boys, they were really riddled with injuries last year because they are deep on the defensive side of the football. Stopping the Ravens in the red zone on what was it, like the 2-yard line last night? That is insane. That is absolutely incredible with how they're able to do that. With Aiden Hutchinson back, their pass rush looks incredible.
Shout out to DJ Reed, man. He looks like a
and
dog
their
over there.
secondary, their secondary is filthy. Linebacker
Reed,
room,
man.
There is not a weakness on that defense. It's hard for me to pinpoint a weakness on that team. If fully healthy, it's a really good team. We talk about the best roster in football, and we always associate it with the Ravens. Nah, it's the Lions. I can't find a single weakness on that team.
And shout out to their coordinators, man. It was cool to see their new defensive coordinator kind of have those moments that Aaron Glenn had. That just goes to show you the culture that Dan Campbell has, man. That's what a real head coach is. Everybody was worried about Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson leaving, but a real head coach is able to find the replacements, and it's the head coach's job to get those replacements to understand the culture, and that's exactly what Nick Sirianni did with Philadelphia, and you're seeing it right here with the Detroit Lions, man. So it's just shocking because the last few years, it's been the opposite. The NFC was wide open. The AFC's the juggernaut. And now it's just flipped upside down, man. It really has. Early on.
You say that, but I feel like that the AFC is pretty one-sided. It's pretty top-heavy right now. Right now, seriously,
there's not a lot of teams that you're the wild card's wide open more than anything.
Yeah, wild card definitely is. I look at the race for the 1 seed right now, and I'd say surprisingly enough, you would have thought at the beginning of the season, and I'm not giving up on the Ravens. I still think they go 13-4.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Ravens start last year 1-2 or something?
They did. Yeah. So they did.
I remember they had a slow start, and everyone was like, uh-oh.
So their offensive EPA is still top 3, still a very efficient team offensively. Last year, their defense had a slow start. They did pick it up when they needed to. I still think that this team is good enough for 13-4. Surprisingly enough, I did a power rankings, and I still had the Ravens at number 5. And I even had some Ravens fans in here being like, oh, Dan, our season's over, especially if we're losing against the team. I'm like, dude. Come on. It's funny because now I'm seeing memes of John Harbaugh in a Wawa uniform, right? Saying if John Harbaugh didn't have Lamar Jackson as his quarterback,
that's crazy
type thing. But I still feel like you guys are going to be all right. I don't really see a threat right in the AFC North, and the Cincinnati Bengals are going to falter with Jake Browning, right as their QB1. Steelers aren't as good as their record suggests, and the Browns are the Browns. All right. That's just how it all plays out. But one thing I will say, 7 sacks for Lamar last night, insane. Whether or not that we want to give that credit to the Detroit Lions, or do we want to blame Lamar Jackson for not throwing the football away? He sort of reminds me of what Shedeur Sanders was like in college, where he refused to throw the football away. I like that. That's his true gamer self. He wants to make a play no matter what. And that was something that Josh Allen struggled with quite a bit toward the beginning of his career. But Lamar, look, I know you're athletic. And so I know that more times than not, you're going to be able to make a play. But you have to flirt with that happy medium of knowing when to throw the football away. And there were several sacks last night where I think he could have avoided it entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, and you bring up that goal line stop. That was crazy, man. I mean, I was shocked. Stopping Derrick Henry, 1, 2, 3, and then they did a play action, and Lamar Jackson fumbles. DJ Reed picks it up. Wow. I mean, it really, really goes to show you. I'm excited to see the season progress, man. I really, really am. But there was some breaking news that happened, and that we have to get into, man, because this is some big stuff. We talked about it all throughout the offseason. Will they do it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Watch the tape,
Watch the tape, dude. Watch the tape, baby.
Bro.
Trust me, Dart. We're watching the tape this week.
Oh, baby.
We're watching the tape
it.
this weekend. That much I can tell you,
We're watching
brother.
the tape, Mr. Jackson Dart. If you don't know what the heck we're doing.
Jackson damn Dart, man. You know what? A lot earlier than I anticipated. And I know the Giants are 0-3, but week 2, we saw a pretty decent Russell Wilson. Like, he put up numbers specifically. I'm not sure, like, what people were anticipating from this offense. But I like to look at this from Dable. Maybe this is a move of desperation. He feels like his seat is getting warmer and warmer by the minute. But, dude, you know what? Love this move for Dart, not only because I was a big fan of him going through the draft process and college, but when you have such a questionable offensive line, you need to have somebody back there that has an answer for that has that sense of mobility. I think that this is a wonderful move. Now, it's scary because this Giants schedule is absolutely absurd. Brutal. Like, they play juggernaut after juggernaut after juggernaut week by week. So when you're talking about throwing a young man in the fire, you're throwing the guy in the fire. That's for damn sure. And many people, like many X's and O's type guys, were criticizing the play calling for Dart during the preseason and saying, hey, make sure you pump your brakes, that this was a very rookie-friendly type offensive attack. Let's see what he looks like when he gets his opportunity. Well, now he does, man. Now he does. Jackson Dart, the inaugural performance is going to happen this Sunday, and you best believe I will be locked in.
Who are the opponents then?
Man, who do they play? They are facing off Giants schedule. Okay, so they're welcoming the Chargers at 1.
Ooh,
so
Jackson Dart about a body Herbert.
But then, so they have the New Orleans Saints. So they have the Saints that following Sunday, which I think is, say that it was up to me, right? I probably would have started Russ one more game, and then I would have made his debut in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of his confidence.
But the Saints are going to come off a big win this week, big upset. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
you
Chargers.
You have that too,
Saints,
Richie.
It's Chargers, Saints, Eagles, and then Broncos, and then Eagles again. So
Eagles, Broncos, Eagles.
So he has a somewhat favorable game right against the Saints, but then afterwards he's going up against top 5 defenses 4 out of the next 5 games. So Dart, welcome to the league. Please perform like you never have, because man, I would love to beat my chest about this.
Now I got a question for you guys regarding this. There's some like surface stuff coming out with the Giants and with Brian Dable. The Daniel Jones breakout party, does that make you feel a little different about Brian Dable at all? Or you're going to wait to see what Jackson Dart looks like before we really start to write off Brian Dable? Because there's some people seeing DJ ball out with Indianapolis and are like now questioning Brian Dable. You see some clips resurface of Brian Dable coaching up Daniel Jones and just being really negative and just being like in his face. And now you see DJ and a new organization thriving. Are there questions right now with that?
So I feel like Brian Dable is and always has been a Josh Allen merchant from the time that he started off with that offensive coordinator. Sometimes I think that coordinators get jobs based off of the QB that they have, right? A perfect example is Adam Gase with Peyton Manning, right? Like, he ended up getting a career like, oh my God, he's the QB whisperer. I'm like, really? Like, really? Like, maybe it has to do with like what QB you're rolling with, and he's just like raw talent. Exactly. But here's the deal. And granted, I haven't seen this man take a single snap in regulation football. But I think that Jackson Dart might save this man's job.
Hey, he actually has been taking snaps in regulation, which is another weird thing. Brian Dable has been sprinkling Jackson Dart. Like, he was out in the game Sunday night. He had 2 snaps. And then the other, like, that's a weird thing about what Brian Dable's doing. He was giving Jackson Dart snaps in the 4th quarter in a close game. But the play call wasn't to throw it. It was read options type of stuff, handing the ball off or keeping it. So I thought that was another interesting philosophy that Brian Dable did, to sprinkle in some real-time reps in the regular season to get him ready to go for his debut. I'm excited to see it. I'm a Jackson Dart fan. Unfortunately, he's a Giant, so I can't really be actively rooting for the kid because screw the Giants. But, man, I'm excited to see what he looks like, though. I really, really am. How about you, TD? What's your thoughts of it?
Yeah, it's his turn. This is what everybody's been waiting on, and now he gets an opportunity. Um, Listen, I just hope he goes out and ball. Things could either be good or they can be bad. And I'm gonna be honest with you, those opponents coming up, he's gonna tell people who he is right away. You got the Chargers this week. You play really bad, people are gonna really be disappointed. And then you have the Saints. You can't afford to play bad, but this gauntlet over the next 5 will have everybody speculating and going ahead and writing his future automatically. I agree with Dan. I would have gave Russ one more week and then brought him in with the Saints to warm him up before he went it, because you can mess his head up in 2 weeks that quick.
Oh yeah.
So I just hope he comes out and does well. We shall see, because a lot of people will keep their eyes on this situation. Shador's tied to this situation. People are going to be talking about that. He has to prove that he's the guy. And in regards to your question, Richie, about Dayball, I'm not looking at him weird because of Daniel Jones, because he didn't select Daniel Jones. He was inherited.
He paid him.
So,
He paid him.
yeah, I get it, but it was still an inherited situation, and he paid him after the first year where he actually did well. People forget that Daniel Jones actually had a solid year that year that they end up paying him. And it wasn't jumping out the gym with numbers, but he didn't ruin games and things of that nature. So I don't put that on Dayball, but Jackson Dart is 100% Brian Dayball.
Rookie of the year. Could Jackson Dart light it up and look like the best rookie in the NFL right now? Because outside of, Cam Ward, listen, man, I like Cam, but that situation in Tennessee is tough. He's not going to win that award. Ashton Genty has been pretty underwhelming. Who's the front runner to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Emeka Egbuka, Tet McMillan?
It's got to be
a wide
Egbuka.
Receiver.
It's got to be Egbuka. Man, he is
You see that catch he had
just
on
proving
Sunday?
that. And so again, he's just proving that Ohio State is wide receiver university.
Garrett Wilson, baby.
Right between them and LSU, man. Like, that school just pumps out wide receivers. But it's got to be Egbuka. And that's actually a very intriguing segue, because some other breaking news, it sounds like Mike Evans is going to be out multiple weeks with a hamstring injury. That Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is also without Chris Godwin. Yes, they have Emeka Egbuka, but they are going to be shorthanded as they go into that following game. And granted, we still need to unpack some of the games we witnessed this previous weekend, but concern level for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers without Mike Evans for a couple of weeks.
It's always a concern. You want your weapons, especially your quarterback, Baker Mayfield, getting in a rhythm, coming down to the clutch, and not to have one of your weapons is always going to be tough. I have to look at the schedule to see what's coming up, but he's been a consistent, solid threat his entire career. So not having him on the field could serve to be an issue. But look what's happening in that division, though. Look what's happening in that division. Is for some reason in that division, nobody wants to just say, I'm the big dog, I'm going to take off with this. So it's bad because you're missing your weapon, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine either way.
Yeah, and they got Emeka, who's an absolute dog. I think he's able to be that number one receiver. Baker Mayfield led that game-winning drive at the end of the game against the Jets without Mike Evans. He was out for the game at that point. And Sterling Shepard is no bum either. He's not a top-tier guy, but Sterling Shepard is a veteran in this league that knows how to play ball. He's a reliable wide receiver that's going to fill in at number 2 next to Emeka at number 1. Their receiver room is just disgustingly deep.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they got Bucky Irving. But my concern with the Bucs is their offensive line. They have a lot of injuries there. They had 14 penalties. I know you guys did not watch the entire Jets-Bucs game, but they had holding penalty after holding penalty. Their penalties were bad, and unfortunately the Jets couldn't take advantage of it and win. But yeah, that's a big concern for them. But hey, they're 3-0. They got elite running back room. Baker is that dude, so I'm not concerned about them yet.
Baker Mayfield. Well, you know what, man? There were a lot of games this past Sunday we didn't have an opportunity of unpacking on the previous episode, and I think that there's some pretty significant storylines for all of them. Richie, do you remember where we left off, man? Because I'm itching to talk some ball.
Yeah,
week
we didn't
3.
talk. I mean, we're talking the Giants, so we might as well talk about the Sunday Night Football matchup. The Chiefs
Yeah.
get their first win, an ugly win, but hey, it's the first win for the Chiefs, and they were just cruising through. The Giants are just bad. I mean, that's the reason why
They're just
Russell
that
Wilson
bad.
was benched. I mean, the guy had 4 straight throws in the red zone that he threw into the stands. I mean, I don't know what Russell was doing there, but an unimpressive win for the Chiefs, but it's a win, and they get their first W of the season to go to 1-2. But the big test for the Chiefs, if they really want to prove that they are back, is they got to beat the Ravens and get to 2-2. Because if they lose to the Ravens, they go to 1-3. The Chargers are versing the Giants this week. So if the Chargers beat the Giants, which we're probably all going to assume that's going to happen, you're looking at a 4-0 start and a 1-3 start for the Chiefs.
Or 0-3 or 0-4.
Who's 0-4?
If the Chiefs lose, right? Oh, did they?
No.
I keep forgetting they won this week.
We're going over a win of the Chiefs, TD.
Yeah.
Look at the graphic on your screen.
Yeah, you're right.
So you know what's going to happen. So the Los Angeles Chargers are going to walk away with the remainder of the season because, first off, say that you think that the Bills' schedule is easy, the Chargers' schedule is easy. Very easy.
Yeah, I got the Chargers in the AFC Championship this year.
So
Against
No.
who? Against who?
Out of Baltimore Ravens.
it's not going to happen. All right, but what's going to happen is this. We're going to see the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game, and they are going to start 1-3. Then Kansas City is going to go out and be significant buyers at the trade deadline. Don't be surprised if Trey Hendrickson is on the market, especially if the Bengals continue to slide. They'll probably end up seeing if Tyreek Hill is available. They are going to go on a run, and they are going to squeeze in as the 6th seed, and they are going to be playing the Baltimore Ravens for the first wild card matchup going into the playoffs.
Wipe them out.
What's going to happen.
And going to wipe them out.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. And then Buffalo is going to put belt to ass in Buffalo and send them home. And then we will be playing the Chargers in the AFC Championship.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
Probably, well, it's funny because, like, I've been trying to fantasize what the best possible path for the Bills to be would be. And somehow, some way, like, you see that wild card matchup, but Baltimore wins, right? They beat Kansas City, and then Buffalo, they end up taking on the 4th seed, which I think is going to be the Indianapolis Colts, or the 5th seed, whoever that might be. I have no idea. I have no idea what team in the AFC is going to be representing this conference as a wild card team. It's very tough right now, but granted, luckily, we're only 4 weeks into the NFL season. But sticking with the Kansas City Chiefs, like sticking with this team, they lost a lot this offseason, and people were so married to the concept of, oh, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They're always going to be able to overcome all of this. And it's still early. They very well could. But for the first 3 weeks of the season, you were seeing the inefficiencies in the offensive line when they walked away from a couple of their key pieces, replacing them with young players. You're seeing Patrick Mahomes run for his life. Outside of Chris Jones, you're not getting that pass rush. Outside of Trent McDuffie, you're having issues from the secondary side of things. This Kansas City Chiefs team started going slimmer and slimmer and slimmer on their supporting cast with this Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, and it's finally starting to come up and kick them in the ass. Like, that's what it is. They were playing with fire. They had super teams for quite some time. They started off with having an elite offense, right? And then as soon as Tyreek Hill ended up going away, they ended up making investments on their defensive side of the football. But now, as they are getting down and like some of these contracts are starting to hit from some of their like stronger players, they had to say goodbye to some of the key pieces that made their defense and offense go. So I don't see this team making the AFC Championship this year. I don't. And so I think that they are going to be first or second round exits. And then I think they will be back next year. But it was just a matter of time. Like, not everybody can be the New England Patriots. And do remember, that New England Patriots dynasty had a 10-year drought while they still made the playoffs. Yeah. So it's something that's long overdue, is what I'm saying. But yeah.
We'll see.
We shall see.
All right, the next game, we didn't get into this one yet, right? Rams Eagles.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Classic. I mean, what was the score? 26-7. The Rams were leading.
Yes.
26-7. The Rams were leading, and you're like, "Wow, the Eagles are vulnerable. What a win from the Rams! I can't believe it." And then AJ Brown decided to step up and say, "I'm here. Thank you for helping me out. I drafted you fancy, AJ Brown. It's about time." But man, I mean, you talk about these Eagles. They're tush pushing. People are like, "Oh, these Eagles," and they somehow do it. And the way that they win the game, all it took was a blocked field goal at the end, return for 6. Super Bowl winning teams just find ways to win. This game meant so much for the NFC for seeding purposes. If the Rams got this win, they were in line to potentially steal the number 1 seed if they were able to like become a legit squad throughout the rest of the season. But I think we all know that the Eagles are going to be that number 1 seed. They're just unbeatable at this point. But what a win for the Philadelphia Eagles. 33-26, a miraculous field goal blocked at the end. All it took was that, because if the Rams kicked the field goal up and it was good, the Rams would have won the game. But nope. I'm still high on the Rams, though, after this one. But your thoughts about this game, TD?
I'm actually higher on the Rams now. I've been discounting the Rams for a year and a half now. Like I said, I'm higher on them now. They're a good team, and they compete with the best. Now, this was a major collapse at the end, and special teams came through for the Eagles and made some plays. But big ups to the Rams. They're making the playoffs. They are one of those contending teams. I just don't think they have enough to get over the hump unless, the coach game plans it that way. But the Eagles, man, kudos to them. I thought they were dead in the water. I thought, oh, man, the Eagles are about to go down. And, they're a great team. This is where, opportunity meets preparation and things go your way. They go your way, and it always takes a little luck sometimes. And this was a prime example of it. Preparation meeting opportunity, and things went their way when they needed it most. So, Eagles, great game. Jalen Hurts still continues to lead that team, doing great things. And I just feel like this team is like on autopilot. Even when they look bad, they're okay.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, this game definitely showed me a lot about the Rams.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams still got it. Kyra Williams, they got a squad, but the Eagles just relentless in adverse times, never give up, stormed all the way back. Wild victory for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get into some super chats. We got Ricardo Green coming on in with a $5 super chat. And then he comes in with another $5, and he says, Giants fans are ready to chase Dable out of town. Do you agree? Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I think that we have to see what Jackson Dart looks like before we just completely discredit Brian Dable. That's how I'm looking at it personally. Let's see what Jackson Dart looks like. If Dart goes out there, look like what he did in the preseason, then this is the last chance. I mean, if Jackson Dart stinks it up and he's like, the Giants win 1 game this year, 2 games this year, and Dart looks trash, maybe. But I think that, do you think there's a world where this ownership for the Giants gives Brian Dable a full offseason to build around Jackson Dart before they fire him? Or they're going to want to get a new coach in the building to build around their new quarterback?
So here's the question, right? Is Dable at fault or is Schoen at fault? Because
I think they're both gone if one of them's gone.
Yeah. If one of them is, yeah. But how I look at all of this is that it is so clear with how Daniel Jones has been playing for the past 3 weeks that the reason this team has been sucking for the past couple of years, and this shouldn't be a shock to anybody that has eyes, is the inefficiencies on the offensive line. These guys have been doing nothing but building a quality front seven. Great front seven, zero complaints on that end, right? But they continuously ignore an offensive line when they don't have a quarterback that can, rise above that issue. But at the exact same time, it's like, was Dable truly a fantastic offensive mind, or was he riding the coattails of a generational talent like Josh Allen in Buffalo? That's the question. So say that it was up to me, because I don't believe that it is a good decision to blow everything up when you're at least showing some signs of success. Brian Dable was able to bring this team to the playoffs one year. Then obviously afterwards they had like a gutting of the roster, rebuild. I'd probably give him one more year. And so to like try and develop Jackson Dart, but say that Dart goes out there and lays an egg, yeah, just walk away.
Thanks for the super chat. We got another one from Tony. Dan, let's get back to it.
You're right, dude.
Darn! Ooh, darn.
Straight abuse.
That's pure abuse.
I filled them up.
Well, let's get to some callers. Why don't we?
Do it.
Because we got some awesome Patreon callers waiting backstage. First up, we got Mr. Bess in the house. What's good, Bess?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Well, first things first, let me get into that Buffalo game. Like, damn. Sorry, TD. Dude, that was brutal, man. That was rough, bro. But here's a fun fact. My son's actually a Bills fan, so I got to kind of root for the Bills. So, well, he's a Josh Allen fan, but Bills fan none other than.
Hell yeah.
How'd you let that happen, Bess?
Dude, I can't help it, man. Kids, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah. Man.
Hopefully my other son becomes a Jets fan. But then again, I don't want to put him down this misery I've been going through neither. So I'll let him root whoever they feel like they want to root for, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
But yeah, the Jets game, rough. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how much more of this I can keep watching, man. Like, dude, it's so bad. Like, man, I'm like pulling my hair out, dude. Like, it's just insane to watch this stuff, man.
That's why you got me, Bess. We're in this together, my man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, still a Jets fan, bro. In and out. I'm never gonna change.
Never gonna change.
But fellas, I don't want to keep you guys take your time up. But here's one last thing, fellas. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. We want to keep this show going.
Thank you, Bess. That's my man. Shout out to Bess, man. Thank you so much for the love, my guy. Thank you for the call. And he's right, man. If you guys don't hit the like button, the show can't keep going.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, listen, man. We have 261 people watching, 261 like buttons. Have to be hit, baby. Come on, baby.
Man. Hit the like button.
Let's run this up. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's run this up.
Brother.
All right, we got our next caller, habitual line steppers in the house. What up, brother? It's a tough loss.
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Didn't I tell you, did? I knew they was gonna run all over us, boy.
Damn. Yeah.
But
so I didn't realize that like y'all had so many injuries on the defensive side of the football. I didn't know until I like watched the game when I saw that Van Noy was out and Matabuke was out. I thought of you when I saw that injury report. I was like, holy hell, he might be right.
Yeah, once I seen Beaks was down, I was like, oh yeah, they gonna run all over us. But hopefully next week we get it back because now we going against Pacheco. And Dan, I don't know what I was listening to yesterday before I went into work, but put your nuts on the table. When they say, is it Josh Allen or Drew Brees? You better say Josh Allen. Don't be talking about no Drew Brees is better than no Josh Allen. Boy, that man had loaded team after loaded team after loaded team and didn't get it done but one time. You put your nuts on the table. You not my quarterback better.
That's what I'm talking about,
Drew Brees
man.
still
Come
better
on,
all the time.
baby.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Hey, man, he's feeding my ego right now. You're right, dude. Where were you yesterday with me? Where were you yesterday?
What you're doing? You're feeding a beast,
man.
My guy, man. Drew Brees. Come on.
Much love for y'all. Much love.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate the call. Well, Dan, you realize that was a Ravens fan that said that, so now it's time for you to say some good things about Lamar Jackson.
So Lamar Jackson is better than Drew Brees too.
All right.
Yeah.
He's better than Josh Allen too.
Dude, listen. No. Like I said yesterday, right before everyone was starting to get upset with me. I said it yesterday, and I think habitual line stepper can agree with me here. 3 years ago, everyone would say Patrick Mahomes, significant gap, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Now it's flipped. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, significant gap, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but I'll say again what I said yesterday. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are still not on the level of the peak that Mahomes was. That level that Mahomes was, where that.
But that's not my argument. It's not was, is.
I know it's not your argument, but I just want to add that context. Yeah. You haven't got to that pinnacle yet. 5 Super Bowls, winning 3 of them. I know wins is on a quarterback stat. I get that, but man,
no, it's not there. Tyrod Taylor up there too.
Ooh, Tyrod. I love my boy Tyrod. Come on, Tyrod. Do a pick 6. Why'd you have to bring up Tyrod? Now I get pissed. Oh man. Real quick question. This is totally unrelated, but you just give me one answer, TD. One. We're gonna talk about Jets Dolphins all week. I just want to ask you one question and just to be one word. Who do you rather the Jets start Monday night against the Dolphins? Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields? As a Dolphins fan.
Is Fields going to be healthy?
We don't know. He can clear a concussion protocol very easily.
Who would
So
I
for the sake of
rather
the
face?
hypothetical.
Like, if you could choose, you'd rather go up against either Tyrod or Fields for your advantage.
I'd rather go against Tyrod.
So you're scared of Fields, huh?
Well, his mobility
Hear
can serve to
that?
be it
Scared
can
of
serve to
Fields.
be an issue.
Come
for
on,
us.
JF, clear that protocol, baby. All right, next up, we got a great caller up next. Mr. King Lowski's in the house. What up, King?
It's the fourth and forever crew. Gentlemen, how we doing? Dan Mitchell, get off that damn phone. Let me tell you something, Dan Mitchell. You got to be stopped, doggone it. You got to be stopped. You get up on that doggone round table and you just spew nonsense, okay? Dan Mitchell, don't get too ahead of your doggone self talking all of this Josh Allen crap, man. You pissing me off, Dan Mitchell. How you pissing me off? Dan Mitchell, y'all ain't went nowhere yet, huh? Dan Mitchell, you up here comparing quarterbacks that ain't even been to no damn Super Bowl, Dan Mitchell. What is
Stay
wrong
patient.
with you, man?
Stay
You
patient.
ain't been in no damn Super Bowl, Dan Mitchell. And
Stay
y'all been
patient.
in the damn division 5 damn years, Dan Mitchell, and
Stay
ain't won
patient.
shit, okay? Don't get it twisted, man. You pissing me off, Dan Mitchell. Yeah, put me on screen, dog, on it. Because let me tell you something, Tony. All right, y'all ain't getting no win. I told you 4-13 in the doggone beginning of the season, and that's what the heck I meant. 4-13. Fourth and forever, 4-13, doggone it. Y'all trash, okay? Don't tell me nothing about no doggone fraud fish. All right, y'all are not
4-13?
4-13, Tony. Do you see how trash your defense is? Do you see that doggone secondary? How y'all got back there, Tony? Name your secondary right now on the
Get back
spot.
to me. Get back to me on Tuesday when you take that L. I bet you don't show up. I
He
bet
don't know
you
his
don't
own
show up
doggone
Tuesday.
personnel. He
I
don't know
bet
his
you
own
don't
personnel
show up
on the
Tuesday.
team. Hey,
I
man, I love
bet
y'all
you.
guys, man. Y'all shut up, Tony. I
You
love
ain't
y'all
gonna show up
guys.
on Tuesday.
Shout out to the chat, man. Hey, man, shout out to the AFC East Roundtable, baby. And you already know. Just shit.
Woo!
Dude,
My boy,
dude,
King
He ain't gonna show
Lowski
up
lit.
Tuesday. I guarantee
you know
he
what,
ain't gonna be
man?
here
Oh,
Tuesday.
he's showing up.
He ain't gonna be
You know
here. Every
It's
time y'all
funny.
lose,
It's
he gonna be-
definitely the wow, it's great. You know what I mean? Like he comes in here, he humbles us, right? Like right after like my buddy habitual line stepper comes up, brings me up. Lowski brings me right back down. You know? It's a roller
Brings him-
coaster of ego right here, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely love
Bring
it.
you right back down to reality, Mr.
Yeah.
Dan Mitchell.
So guess what? So Roundtable Sports just recently launched their top 10 power rankings on X. I'm sitting here looking at it. Who put this together? I'm curious to whose rankings these are. I feel like it smells like Richie. It smells like Richie put this top 10 together.
No. That ain't me, brother.
Who put it together?
I don't
Who's
know.
that
I
number
Together?
thought-
Was it
one?
one of our interns? Like
Who-
what we need to do is like actually call out the person that puts this top 10 together. Not that I disagree with it. I mean, some things I tweak a little bit here and there.
But usually it's
But-
supposed to be an article posted. I don't see that.
And there's usually supposed to be an article that goes in with it. I think my buddy Justin, shout out to my boy Justin. However, this is the top 10. This is the top 10. And let's go on ahead and react to these boys.
Okay.
Starting off with the Indianapolis Colts at 10. I can tell you this. I've had a very difficult time not including them in my top 10 as well. I've seen a lot of people like have them at 12, 13. But when you have a team that literally is only punted once, I feel like it would be borderline disrespectful to exclude them from this list. I'm curious to see how they play against the LA Rams, but I feel like 10 is okay for the Colts. Many people are saying that they are wildly overrated, but we shall see. Rams at 9. I don't hate it. I wouldn't have the Chiefs on this top 10. Like
I wouldn't either, and I would move Baltimore down.
yeah.
Like probably where the Chiefs are.
It's basically a cardinal sin to say anything negative about the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, guys, like no one's coming after you. All right. Like no one's going to abduct your family. All right. If you tell it how it is about the Kansas City Chiefs, folks. Okay. Like we can stop protecting this Kansas City Chiefs team and we can all rightfully admit that they have been playing terrible football. God awful football. I wouldn't even have the Chiefs on my list at all. That is something else I would be putting out there. Could be different. Like I said, they could turn things around, be buyers of the trade deadline, and maybe they could find their way back up. But they are playing nowhere near top 10 football right now. And I think a lot of people would agree with me.
Who did the Lions lose to?
They lost to the Green Bay Packers week 1.
Week 1, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Week 1, I would say that. So with the Packers, still pretty quality defensively. I'm kind of nervous about when they go up against a top 10 defense because that's what happened when they played the Cleveland Browns. But 7, I'm okay with that. Have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 6. I would argue that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should be 5.
Yeah, they just beat a great team.
Chargers should be 4.
Oh my God. Have the Chargers at 4 and the Baltimore Ravens at 6.
Yeah. Kansas City out of there, but I will shift everything up. I'll probably put the Colts like 8th.
Who are you putting up there to replace the Chiefs?
Knocking the Chiefs out.
So I actually had this. So I posted my power rankings on X earlier this morning. And this is what I have from my perspective. I had 10 the Commanders. I had 10 the Commanders, 9 the Colts. I had 8 the Rams, 7 Packers, 6 Buccaneers, 5 Ravens, 4 Chargers, 3 Eagles, 2 Lions, 1 Bills.
1 Bills?
Yes.
Bias.
Yes.
They're not over the Eagles. What the heck makes you think the Bills are over the Eagles? What's going on here?
Bills, baby. It's the Bills. It's our year.
Oh,
It's our year, baby.
Dad, I
heard
love
that one again.
Dad, I love when you wear that shirt. I just
Me too,
love
man.
when you wear that
Buffalo and
shirt.
Super Bowl in the same
It's
sentence.
foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing that's about
I
to
bet
happen.
it is. I bet it is.
Heard that one, brother. You know what team deserves to be on this top 10? They got to put respect on their name.
Who's that?
Seattle.
Mm.
I'm going to keep running that. You're going to be like, and all of a sudden, you're going to look up, Seahawks are 9-2, and you'll be like, damn, brother. Put some respect on my boy name. Do you know has the highest quarterback rating in all the football? Mr. Sam Darnold. Just wait, man. We're only 3 weeks in. Just watch him cook, man.
We have
Question.
King Lowski asking, and do I start Odunze or Keenan Allen? How about Keenan Allen reviving his career going back home with the LA Chargers? So the Chargers are going up against the Giants secondary.
Yeah, you got to go Keenan Allen.
Yeah. I get Keenan.
Herbert about to cook.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to
Then
probably
again,
tomorrow.
Hey. But like with Odunze as well, he is the leading wide receiver in touchdown passes, and he's going up against the Las Vegas Raiders secondary too. I feel like you'd be fine with all of them. So
That's true.
like one thing I would say is that like as far as a better defense collectively, I'd probably go with the Giants have a better defense collectively.
They haven't really
Where
lived
the
up to the
Raiders
hype
are
with that front seven.
weaker as a unit from Las Vegas.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, when are we gonna have a discussion about MVP front runners?
I mean, it's
Have
pretty
it right
clear. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear when it comes into it. So there's 3 names that I think everybody is on the same page with. But the real discussion is who should be in the conversation for the 4th and the 5th guy.
Well, we got to make sure we understand your 3 first.
3, I have Josh Allen, I have Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert. 3, right there. 4th guy.
Not in that order though, but okay.
Oh no.
Wait, who are the
So
3?
it is in order. You have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert. 3 names right now that I think are in the conversation. 4th guy, and I feel like we have to. It sounds like a joke. It could be a joke by the end of the season. You got to put Daniel Jones in there.
I'll put Daniel Jones over Lamar Jackson right now.
Really?
I mean, the man just had 7 sacks. And
They
he
have 4
drove some of
touchdowns.
them. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. But
7
Yeah.
sacks isn't really like a stat.
okay, go look at Daniel
I feel like
Jones.
you got to put
Stats.
him
He's doing good.
right in that conversation.
Well, the Ravens are 1-2, so you have a point there. I mean that.
And look, you know what? Hot take. I think you probably need to put Baker Mayfield in that conversation too. Like, dude is the king of game-winning drives and fourth quarter comebacks for the past
There was
3
a clutch
weeks.
player of the year award. Like
Is
there
he
in the
is he
NBA.
the king? Is he the king of clutch plays for the last few? games?
So
Three
for this
straight
season?
clutch. Baker
Yeah, so
Mayfield
for
has
this season,
all
yeah,
three
yeah,
wins
he's
the
had
Buccaneers
three-
have are 3 clutch wins.
And you forgot
Yeah.
about the other guy,
Who?
Justin Herbert.
We already have
No
him in
one
the
cares
conversation.
about no Justin Herbert.
Clutch. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
He's
We already
run-
have
he-
him in that conversation.
No.
Did you
He's
get
the
a
front
Justin-
runner.
You
He's
know,
the front
who
runner.
Justin Herbert is? Justin Herbert is like I think TD thinks the Dolphins did draft him and then he left them. Like I think you have this
man.
weird crush on Herbert, man. It's like
Yeah, man.
what should have been. At least the Jets drafted Sam, and then I have a reason to be attached to him. The Dolphins didn't draft Herbert, so give it up. Give it up, man.
He's like, give it up, man, dude.
He'll never
Dude,
be
man.
off.
no.
Herbert just balling, man. He gonna be the MVP this year. You heard it here
But
first.
TD, Tua outperformed Herbert last year in week 1.
No, he
Remember?
didn't. No, he didn't.
Remember?
No, he
2 in
didn't.
years?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did, man. Tua's
he didn't.
better.
We found out Chargers had the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL that year,
Yeah.
and it was
Further-
last year. That was 2
Further feeding my narrative that wins should not be a needle mover for determining who is a better quarterback.
I don't know, man. He looked
It's the
I mean, I
Justin
know.
Herbert versus Tua game should be the clearest piece of evidence.
I don't use wins as a quarterback stat like that.
Yeah.
Well, get-
most definitely.
Lamar Jackson is definitely in the running. Do you know how many passing touchdowns he has?
Mm.
He leads the NFL in
But-
passing touchdowns and has 0 interceptions.
So I think what the league has demonstrated for the past couple of years, it's not particularly how good a player is playing, but it's who is the best player on the best team based
Yeah,
off
for
of
sure.
record, right?
You know
So
who's having a quiet after last week? Really good season statistically. If his team
Goff.
starts winning, no, we all know Goff. It's
Man,
Caleb
you
Williams.
better not say no Bryce Young.
No, Caleb Williams, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, if he uses last week and he
Caleb's
starts,
in the conversation too, dude.
I don't
No, he's
know.
not. No, he's not.
I-
And Jared Goff.
can get
Jared
in
Goff
it.
deserves to be in the conversation, bro. You
He
talk
can
about
get in it. No, yeah. See, if you got, there's only been 3 games. If you got one stinker, you ain't in it.
who's that a stinker?
Caleb.
All right, he's not in it yet. I'm not saying he's in it right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying down the line he could be. But okay.
Jared Goff too.
So you
Jared Goff
gotta
ain't got no
say,
stinker mode. Dude,
Didn't he? The game
TD,
he
what-
lost.
TD, guess what Jared Goff's completion
Let me make
percentage is
sure I'm-
this season?
Man, I don't care about that 80%.
You don't
it's like 92, isn't it?
You don't care? It's
Crazy.
ridiculous how good it is. What do you mean you don't care? You used to glaze Tua's completion percentage.
Listen, Jared Goff getting carried by the run game. Let's stop capping.
What are you talking about?
He's a
not,
good quarterback, but he getting carried
He's
by the
great.
run game.
He's not getting carried by the run game. Did you see that throw he made on 4th down?
Listen, like I said,
Like in the
what
game,
was-
how is that carried by the run game, bro? They went
just
for
saying,
a 4th down. They didn't
where-
run the ball. Play action, putting the ball, perfect placement. You're
Where wa-
disrespecting Jared Goff.
where was it week 1?
Week 1's a lie, man.
Okay, all right. That's
TD,
all I'm
don't
saying.
Don't you remember Aaron Rodgers' career MVP season? What happened week 1?
Yeah, I get
Trash.
it. I get
And
it,
then what
Richie.
happened?
But we're
He
talking.
went on a tear and won the MVP.
We've only played 3 games, and we're just like, okay, let's just waive one for everybody. Like, no, I mean,
I'm
it's
just
a
saying,
small
man,
sample size. He's not in the conversation yet because he did have a stinker, in my opinion, out of the
Goff
3
did not have a
games.
stinker, man.
Week 1 was not great.
But it wasn't a stinker. It's not like he went out
Let me
there.
look it up. I know he ain't do all that against the Packers. I remember that game.
Yeah, I mean, he had 225
Let me
passing
see.
yards. He had 1 touchdown, 1
Didn't he
interception.
fumble or something? Oh,
And then in week 2, what did he have? 5 touchdowns with a perfect rating. And a
good for him
freaking
against the
90
Bears. Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, you're just a captain discredit. Whatever fits
It's
your
not.
narrative.
I'm just saying we're talking MVP, and there's some
That
guys
same Bears
that's been
defense
flawless.
shut down a high prolific offense of the Cowboys.
We are tough, man. It's the Cowboys. The Giants put up 50 on them. Like, come on, man.
I don't know, man. You're
Move
discrediting.
ball Russell, a week removed from almost 500 yards.
You're
And you
disrespecting
gonna
Goff,
give him
my man.
credit? You gonna stop?
You know what quarterback we haven't even mentioned once is Jalen Hurts. Still.
That's true too.
like, I mean, dude. So he's a game manager. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a good game manager, but I mean, he's a game manager.
See,
There's nothing wrong with that.
See, that's bad stuff right there because teams have actually been doing some good things against him. When they played the Rams, they did a good job against the rest of the team. Jalen Hurts actually had to carry in that Rams game, and he did.
Yeah.
I think he had 3 or 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He actually carried.
So,
Yes,
but most games he's a game manager.
You can't penalize him for not having to do it. And then whenever he sees his team does bad and he has to do it, he does it.
Yeah, he did it last game. He had to
Yeah,
come
that's
back
what I'm
from down
saying.
26-7. All right.
Yeah.
Who do you guys guess this? Who are the top 5 most sacked quarterbacks so far this season?
Oh, CJ Stroud has to be in the top.
He is not.
Really?
Lamar Jackson now.
Yeah. It has to be
Yeah.
Lamar with the 7
Lamar-
last.
So the second place is tied 3 ways.
Second place is tied.
And
Trevor
Lamar
Lawrence?
Jackson is one of them. Trevor Lawrence is not on the list.
I'm surprised that CJ Stroud is not in the top 5 lists. I suppose you just give it time.
He's there, but he's not
Is
5.
it JJ McCarthy?
No, he's right outside at 6.
He's right outside at
So
6.
And he
CJ
missed the
Stroud was
game.
sacked 8 times, and the person that's been sacked the most was sacked 15 times. And then Lamar Jackson is tied with 2 other quarterbacks that was sacked 12 times.
Let's go Geno
15
Smith.
times.
Go Geno.
Geno Smith has been sacked the same amount of times as Lamar Jackson at 12.
Who's at 15? It ain't
Caleb?
Tua, is it?
No.
It can't be.
No, he gets rid of the ball too fast to be sacked that much. Let's go Drake May.
Drake May is tied with Lamar Jackson, yes. 12 sacks for Drake May, 12 sacks for Lamar, 12 for Geno. And then at number 1, you have 15 sacks. And at number 5, you have 10 sacks that you're missing.
Rodgers.
Rodgers is number... No, Rodgers is not on the list at all. Rodgers only sacked 7 times.
Jesus.
Who is sacked?
Bad team, it gotta be. Don't
It's
tell
gotta
me
be a
Cam
better-
Ward.
Cam Ward sacked 15
Really?
times.
15 times?
It's Cam Ward, man.
That poor guy, dude.
And then at number 5, who's on a good team, I'll give you a hint about number 5. He's on a team that is good and is 3-0.
JJ McCarthy.
TD, do you know ball? I just said a team that's good
Baker.
and 3-0.
Baker.
The Vikings are good and they're 3-0.
They're not 3-0, TD. Come on, man.
Oh, the Vikings did lose a game. You're right.
Team is good.
3-0, sacked
Herbert.
10 times.
Herbert.
Yep, Justin Herbert sacked 10 times.
Mm.
Trash.
And balling.
And
He
then
better
let's-
than Josh Allen. We need to just
How
Be
many times has
honest.
Danny Dimes been sacked?
the quarterbacks that's been sacked the least amount of times is Daniel Jones at 2,
Dude.
Sam Darnold at 3,
wow.
and Justin Fields at 3, but he missed a game. And Trevor Lawrence at 3 at the bottom. Wow.
So
And
he's
Bo
real
Nix.
trash.
And Josh Allen at 4.
So Lawrence is real trash, though. If dude's finally getting protection and he's still going out there bumming all over the place, all bets are off. Like we can finally all admit, like unanimously, that he's just a bad football player.
Hey, man, you never know. How about Justin Fields, though?
Folks, well, that's gonna have to
Sleeper,
do
man.
it.
Sleeper is a really cool platform, Dan. And so is
My
RotoWire.
favorite.
So does Prodigy.
Dude. Oh my God.
Come on, Dan. What are we doing?
Let's go on ahead. Let's talk a little bit more of some games that we need to talk about. Let's go ahead and talk a couple more games.
Now, did
But,
you guys win
first-
any props last night on Sleeper?
No, listen, man, I really thought that a Derrick Henry first touchdown was going to be the thing, but Derrick Henry did get the first touchdown for the Ravens. Unfortunately, the Lions just ended up marching down the field and handed that honor to Jahmyr Gibbs. However, guys, if, for example, you want to make some funds this evening while you are enjoying football, have to go ahead and check out Sleeper, the #1 player prop platform on the market today. They're matching 100% of your first deposit all the way up to $100. We will obviously be letting you know some of our picks as the Thursday night game is vastly approaching, along with all the Week 4 matchups. Shout out to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor.
Go check them out, folks.
today's
Link is in the top of
episode.
the chat right now. Using the code RTS gets you 100% match, man. Let's do it.
Speaking
$100.
speaking of sleeper, they also have fantasy football. And guess who won last night? When I was dead in the water, I still won.
No way.
Because Flowers did absolutely nothing.
You won, TD.
That's right. I'm two and one, Richie. That's right. What are you, Richie?
I am. What do you think I am?
I'm probably 2-1.
2-1 after coming off dropping 150. By the way,
Damn.
here's TD on sleeper.
It sounds like you must know a little something about RotoWire.
Oh, Dan's 1
Yeah,
and 2.
yeah,
Lino the
Dan,
Great
yeah.
beat Dan Mitchell.
You let Lino beat you?
Oh, dude, CeeDee Lamb went down before the game began. Don't worry about that.
Yo,
Don't
JD the
worry
Great, I'm
about
disappointed, my man. JD the Great was at the Buffalo event talking some smack. He's like, I got you a fantasy, Richie. That wasn't even a competition, man. 150 to 84.
Damn. Well, folks,
my
listen,
team's
say for
loaded.
example that you are looking for the #1 fantasy football toolkit on the market. Have to go check out RotoWire, man. Great trade analyzer, some advanced analytics. It lets you know what players perform versus particular defensive sets and whether. #1 place. Guys, listen, fantasy football leagues are won through the waiver wire, and you need somebody to help you out. Go check out RotoWire, man. Link is in description, obviously, and use our code RTS for 15% off. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah, you can sync your leagues, and they'll give you all the top news and the latest trends on your league. So big time shout out to them.
Yep.
For sure.
And so let's go ahead and talk about one more game.
Let's
talk about one more game, man. How about the Packers and the damn Browns?
Oh man, the
about
under
that
the radar game.
The shock of the damn week. The Cleveland Browns block field goal, game-winning field goal, a long one too, 55 yards. And the Green Bay Packers, man. Remember, you were looking at the man that suggested that the Green Bay Packers are going to finish in the basement of the NFC North. That take is still live. That take is still live where we stand today. I'm not really buying much into the Cleveland Browns. I do think that they have a playoff caliber defense. I think that this defense is going to win them a couple of close games down the road, particularly against their own division, maybe even against a couple of juggernauts. But as far as the Packers, man, I think that we can agree that their defense is also Super Bowl caliber. Still haven't seen this offense go out and have dominant performances yet. I think that if they're serious about making it as far as the NFC Championship and or the Super Bowl, they're really going to have to start to dial things up because they're not going to be playing several offenses that they can dominate. It's only a matter of time. So I'm still a bit concerned about the Green Bay Packers going into this season. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns for making the moves that they did, but I don't know. We will see. It's funny, the Packers host the Cowboys next week. That's a great opportunity to bounce back. Sunday Night Football. Who knows? Richie, thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I mean, thank God I did not take the Packers in the survival pool. That's all I'm going to say because that's one of those games that you feel like it's a lock, Packers against the Browns, but I stayed away from it because the Browns are one of those teams that are just kings of upsets because of that defense. And shout out to Cool Joe Flacco and that defense. Jordan Love throwing that interception late in the game really sealed the deal, and they were able to get that field goal. What are you laughing at, TD?
Cool Joe Flacco. Did you just say shout out to Cool Joe Flacco?
Yeah, I did.
Cool
The
Joe
winning quarterback,
Flacco.
baby.
Like,
That's what I'm doing.
the crazy part is they
Cool
should have
Joe.
put Dylan Gabriel should be starting before Jackson Dart. Joe Flacco is playing like an absolute bum.
Hey, put some respect on a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
No, he ain't playing like one. He playing atrocious. The man literally done threw 2 touchdowns and got 4 interceptions, and 2 of them been dropped, by the way. Joe Flacco looks bad, okay? They need to put Dylan Gabriel in there and let that kid get some experience.
All right. Well, when are they going to do that?
Well, they finna play the Lions, so they probably will do it week 5. They might be making a change.
You
Because
think
the
so?
Lions about to, well, I don't know. This defense for the Browns are really good.
Yeah, big time shout out to the Browns, man. TD's eliminated, but Dan, you're already looking ahead of who we're picking this week? We've been riding with the same picks every week and advancing together.
Yeah, we have been, man. You know, eventually it's going to be like the Hunger Games. You know what I mean?
Did you pick the Lions yet, Dan?
Lions I have not picked yet.
That's a guarantee.
Who are they versing?
The Browns.
I don't know, man. The Browns scare me, dude.
Man, Richie, the Browns, they got
So I
no
might
offense.
save the Lions for later.
They just beat the
So I'm going to have
Packers.
to double check and
Well,
What was the score?
the pick for this week, everyone's picking the Bills this week.
Who
But the
they
question
play?
is, do you want to save the Bills? They're versus the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to save the Bills. Yeah, I'm going to save
The
the
whole
Bills for
world's
my
picking
survivor.
the Bills this week on every single pool.
As far as like player props and everything along those lines, man, I'm probably going to take the over on absolutely everything Buffalo Bills related for all of my player prop picks. And obviously, I'm going to have to double check and make sure that it is aligned with our good friends over at Prop GPT. Folks, Prop GPT is like Chat GPT, but what it does is that it allows you, all right, to look over all of your potential player prop picks. Say, for example, we have Josh Allen at 275 yards. It's a very simple process. You put in Josh Allen, you let Prop GPT know what team they are playing, and you give them their line. It goes through artificial intelligence. It lets you know if it is a safe pick. Prop GPT has been allowing me to clean house on all of my parlays so far this year. I promise you, go ahead and check these guys out. I want to say they have a 7-day free trial. It's well worth it. Go check out and download Prop GPT. You will not be upset about it. Promise you that.
Nice.
AI, baby, helping us out, making some cash. Shout out to Prop GPT.
Shout out to Prop GPT for hooking it up. Folks, that's going to have to do it for another edition of Fourth and Forever, a production by Roundtable Sports, real coverage from real fans. We are so excited to start to unpack some of the key matchups for NFL Week 4. The season's flying by already. Breaks my heart, honestly. But we are deep into NFL season. I ask everybody that's watching this live, or really anybody that's watching the replay of this episode, make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications. We would love to see some of you tune in live. We're live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. EST, and there's always a lot to talk about over here. We're building a great community in the live chat and Patreon callers. Let's send this show to the damn moon. Richie, what do you got for the people?
How awesome is it that we get to keep talking ball every single day right here on Roundtable Sports? What I got to say to the people is tune in to all the episodes tonight across the network. 5 division shows live on the network this evening, so make sure you guys go check that out. We really do appreciate if you guys can do that. NFC East Roundtable, AFC South, AFC West, NFC West. I mean, you name it. You guys go check it out tonight. If you're a Patreon caller, go call into those shows. We would appreciate if you guys did just that. Let's get it, man. Shout out to Roundtable Sports and everybody tuning in to our network.
So what you got, TD?
Punch that like button. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the flagship daily NFL show, Fourth and Forever. Bigger and better every time. All right. Thank y'all. Listen, make sure that you hit the like button and share the video, though, so other people know that we are live Monday through Friday. All right. Right here. Same time, same place. Appreciate you all.
Damn, folks, we appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Deuces.